Hello, 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 hello. What's up? What's up? How's it going? It is very, very late. This is a horrible time to stream. It's literally 11 past 4 a.m. Oh god. Yeah, I've completely fucking thrown my sleep schedule out of whack. I'm currently just staying up as long as I can until my sleep routine gets back to a vaguely reasonable time. Until that happens, I'm just gonna have to deal with the fact that I'm gonna be streaming at awkward times when I stream. Yes, Dead Cells. Same as last time. I did do some off-stream grinding. Basically just doing the main route over and over again. Like the promenade, the sewers, all that kind of shit. I haven't explored any of the new content. Even stuff like I see in the promenade, which I'm like, I've not seen that before, I don't know what that is. I've been going out my way to avoid. Although, I will say I got the DLCs now. The only thing I haven't got is the Castlevania DLC. Because that's like 16 quid. But Good Old Games was doing a deal for all the other DLCs for like $6. Which, funny story about that. Because I'm up so late right now. Let me just hold on a second. Yeah, because I'm up so late right now, I bought that DLC at like, about like half 3 a.m. or something like that. Yesterday, the day before, I think it was the day before yesterday. And because I bought it at such an unusual time, I literally got like the next morning, I got a panic phone call from my bank asking why there was purchases. Asking me saying, "Is this you who tried to purchase this fucking is it you who tried to spend £6 on a website called Good Old Games? Is it you who do that? What kind of person buys things at 4 a.m?" That was funny. Speaking of the DLC as well, this worm thing crawl up here and drop this? I never actually saw what this is though. So let's read that first because I have no idea what the hell this is. Dear prisoner, tired of killing the same monsters over and over? Bored by the landscapes of this small island? Well, I definitely am. I think we can help each other. Meet me in the sewers while I am restocking for food. Oh, I actually have seen him in the sewers. I never interacted with him, but I guess I'll go to the sewers then. Okay, while I've been playing, I will say I've taken a very big liking to the purple weapons. So I'll probably be using more of those than anything else. I'm gonna say I like my traps. I like summoner builds in games. So I like being able to take advantage of the fact that I can multitask in summoner builds, which works out well for me. So I will definitely be taking advantage of that. Beak of the Devil, I do like that. This should I walk off to. Inventory button. You go on then. I like the throwing knives, but they're very weak. Okay, there was these guys all down here. anymore? No. Did that arrow go through the guy? What even happened there? Like if that's the sewers. I have found that the sewers give way more spells than the Promenade of the Condemned. I do like the broadsword. That's also a fun weapon. This thing. Okay. This. I've seen this, but I have no idea what the hell it is. And I haven't interacted with this, so I have no idea who you are. Oh no, a new arrival. And the rats haven't even got to him yet. I bet there's still some good stuff to scavenge. Meh, just some old rusty key. And a torn up letter. Royal Gardener, with all the respect and that I owe you, obey your orders or you will find yourself in the stomach of one of the ticks. For all our stakes, this is your last warning. Signed, Commander Castrating, or whatever he said. Nothing of interest. Except for this jacket. Thorium key. What's this thing? What happens if it bites me? It just hurts. No. Interesting. Interesting. I suspect this is part of the DLC? Or could I have gotten this without it? No, this the whole thing. The thing is, in this game, the doors to the DLC unlock. Oh, the doors to the DLC appear, even if you don't have the DLC. That's the thing. But so this might be part of the DLC. It might not be. I don't know yet. Oh, that does remind me. The new Monster Hunter game. I don't remember what it's called. Is it Wild? It could be one after. I've not kept up with Monster Hunter in the most recent ones. I used to be a big Monster Hunter fan back in the day. Back on the PS2, not PS2. I was on the PSP. That was it. The first games were on. I think the first two games were on PS2, but I didn't play those. I was a big into Monster Hunter on the PSP though. It was so fun. But I haven't kept up with the recent ones because they've gone really fucking downhill. Ever since like World, basically it hasn't been the same. But in the most recent one, actually, no. Yeah, in the most recent one, they're experiencing some serious lag issues. The game has horrible frame rate. And it turns out the reason it's got horrible frame rate is because the game has DLC. And the way they incorporate the DLC into the game is that even if you don't have the actual DLC yet, it still like checks every single frame. Every single game frame it checks to see if you got the DLC. And just to determine whether or not I can do something with the DLC, but it doesn't just do it every frame. It checks every DLC every frame multiple times per frame because it checks for every instance it may be required. So if there's an NPC in the hub world, that would be a DLC NPC. It'll check on that, check if that character exists multiple times per frame. And as it turns out, all DLCs and all checks put together, it wastes an enormous amount of time just checking for DLC. To the point where modders have even like put in checks to see how often it's checking. It's literally like checking hundreds and hundreds of times per second, which is fucking stupid as shit. And it turns out like it fixes the frame rate if you buy the DLC, because then if you bought the DLC, it doesn't check if you got the DLC, so it just skips the check. So buying the DLC fixes the frame rate. So basically, that they've accidentally stumbled across they've stumbled across basically selling the frame rate as DLC, which is a load of crap. On the plus side, modders have figured this out now, and they've literally just fixed the game. Because nowadays you need modders to fix every game, which is bullshit. I'm not really using the shield right now, so... Oh, the heavy crossbow is so much stronger. Alright. Oh, interesting. It shoots an arrow straight away and then shoots through. I'm assuming that's... Shoots several short ones. Part of the reload. That's why if I reload, it also shoots an arrow. Okay. Yeah, I'll go for that, sure. Promenade of the Condemned. Okay. You're fine. This thing. I've been coming across this thing so many times, but I haven't actually looked at it yet. What are you? What do you do? Occasionally... Occasionally even has like a weapon just sat here for some reason. So what is this? I feel uneasy when I'm next to this monolith. I should leave fast. Hard light sword. Hard light gun. It's purple, I'll take it, I guess. What? Oh, hard light from the game Hard Light. I don't know much about that game. I know it's a thing, but as I said before, one of my complaints about this game is that it's very reliant on references for its humor. Just acknowledging another thing that exists. Okay, let's kebab meat. Okay, so I actually have a choice. Because I do want to go to Toxicurious to talk to the guy who apparently is there. Okay, let's go to this place. I've not seen this place before. Let's go somewhere new. And yeah, you can see how I've poured cells into a lot of this. Not everything. I haven't touched the outfits because I haven't seen the point really. But there's so much stuff I need to actually now get that I can get. So, okay. Choices. And any of the... I don't know what powers are. I've not gotten any of them. It's just a case of which one to get first. Let's get the health flask. Health potion can be used 3 times now. Preserve cash when you die. Refreshes the shop stocks at a very reasonable price. I'm not entirely sure what this does. Let's go for gold reserve. Actually, no, wait. You'll find all sorts of rare and expensive oddities. Only the most experienced and discerning shops. I get that last. Let's just go in order. Can't afford that. How does this recharge? I got fucking wrecked when I went to the bank last stream. I'm probably just going to avoid that until I've leveled up enough of the abilities that it actually becomes like a reasonable option for me to go to the bank. Smells of compost, spores, decay fill. Go outside, reach the arboreum for the first time. Okay. You can see I've taken no new route that I hadn't already taken before. And that's all a lock on it. So I'm guessing the ones with the lock are the Castlevania ones, the ones that I can't do. Interesting. I still never gotten there. I have no idea how to get there. Ooh, weird mushroom guys, okay. I see, okay. So, attacking with my laser sword. Attacking with my laser sword, so what's that? You guys are dangerous. You fucker. Okay. Thing up there? A dead guy? I'm gonna get in there in a second. What is all this? Yeah, I gotta be honest, not hugely into this weapon. So I saw the guy leaving. Or did I? I thought I saw a guy walk out. Yeah, these are just like big garden buildings. Interesting, I guess. Hey. Let's go ahead and kill that. That hurt like hell. Firebrands. Why of all things? I'm not a fan of the firebrand either. Fine, I'll just get that. I'll stick with what I got. Yeah, I like the idea of indoor buildings like this. They're very sciencey, but they don't really... You wouldn't be able to actually grow anything proper in a place like this. As we've actually found through but botanical experiments in the modern era. Where they've like, asshole. Interesting. Yeah, like where modern farms have tried to, or governments have tried to do like modern versions of farming, where they just build like a giant building and they put all the vegetables and grow all that stuff indoors. You know, to artificially recreate the growing conditions and such. Anything else in here? Is that always just kind of there? In theory, it sounds like a good idea, because one of the big problems is with farming is that you don't get to choose to the freedom you would want what can grow where, because such a thing as arid land exists, land that's like too dry, too wet, or too rocky, too hilly, whatever, and basically crops can't grow on that land. Grass can grow on that land, which is why a lot of animals are farmed on land like that. Like grass will grow freely in there. You can put cows and such on there, cows and sheep and goats and all that kind of good stuff. And yeah. And so if the big farm buildings did work out, it would actually be a decent thing. But it didn't work out for quite a few reasons. And the problem is well, one, it turns out in that kind of environment, the only kind of vegetables you could grow are cheap vegetables anyway that aren't very profitable. Or don't generate enough value, really. Such as like lettuce and cabbage and that kind of stuff. And yeah, because the environment just was too restrictive to be able to grow anything decent. You couldn't grow like corn in an environment like that. It also cost like way too much to like build the facilities. Because with a farm, you just have a field, and that's kind of like already there. You just gotta put some fencing and stuff around it, and you're good to go. Maybe add some like special like fertilizer, which you can just get from a cow's ass anyway. So it costs a huge amount. You couldn't make anything of value. And the other problem was that the only people who could grow vegetables in a situation like that required specialist training and specialist knowledge. Which meant you had to pay them more, substantially more. Because if you don't pay them substantially more, then they aren't incentivized to do the job anyway, and they can just do something else for more money. So they require specialist knowledge that's rarer to come by, which means they are more valuable employees, which means you need to pay them more. It costs way too much upfront, and you can't generate anything that's actually nutritious to the populace or valuable. And so these kind of like big farm buildings just became completely and totally worthless. I didn't say like nothing like it works. There are some things you can do. Indoor shrimp farming, I know, is a thing that can be done. But even then, it's still like limited. It still requires more specialist knowledge. Again, compared to just having a big piece of land, some cow dung, and some farmer who can work on basically nothing, which requires no specialist knowledge. It just doesn't even remotely make any sense. At least not until we can find a vegetable that's valuable enough to make it worthwhile. Sure. I don't use the bear traps often, but they do come in handy every once in a while. Yeah, it's also been interesting to watch the race to find like a meat alternatives collapsing as well. Is that a fucking wrestling game? Wrestling indie game? What a glorious figure. I hope they make a statue of me someday. Guacamole, that was it. What a glorious figure. Sure. That was fucking stupid. Yeah, all this like work to try and basically replace meat has gone horribly, as it quite frankly should, because a lot of the numbers and stuff are basically faked for profit anyway. But basically a lot of the dangers of stuff like cow farming are wildly over-exaggerated. You'll see numbers being thrown around all over the place like, oh, it takes like 3 trillion fucking gallons of water for the cows to drink, and that makes it more expensive, and it's dangerous. It takes so much water, we could be using the water for other things. But the parts they won't tell you is the fact that the water in the measurements includes stuff like river water and rainwater, and it actually doesn't take that much water at all. But also the fact that the water doesn't stay in the cow, like, that's also not taken into account. Like, cows piss and shit and drool and sweat. The water goes in the cow, it gets used, and then the cow leaves the water out. Like, that's just literally like taken out of the thing. There's also the thing about methane gas, which has been wildly over-exaggerated to the point of just stupidity. And all of this as well, just to push like an industry of like vegan alternatives, which are bad for you because of poor nutrition digestion rates. Basically, if you eat 10 pounds of as any animal really, like chicken, beef, goat, whatever, you absorb like 99% of that. But if you eat the same 10 pounds of protein from a plant, you absorb like 10% of that. So even if you're eating the same amount of protein, the absorption rate, that's the word I'm looking for, basically makes it not worth it, which is why a lot of vegans are very fucking skinny. I hate that ability. That's awful. I don't mean skinny as in there they don't have much fat. I mean skinny as in there like basically skeletons. Because they're not just not absorbing the nutrients they actually need from the foods they're eating. It's a whole thing. But that whole industry is basically just completely collapsed now because people aren't eating the vegan foods. I'm fine with eating vegan foods, that's the thing. I'm fine with eating natural meals that are, you know, naturally vegan. I'm fine with that. I'm happy to have a salad every once in a while. Or just a naturally vegetarian food. I've made my own like vegan breads and such. We're using completely natural ingredients. Tastes absolutely fine. And even butter. You can make vegan butter at home really fucking easily. It's just, it's equal parts rapeseed oil, preferably cold press, extra virgin, unrefined, that kind of stuff. Yeah, extra virgin rapeseed oil, extra virgin coconut oil, or coconut fat butter, whatever it's called, whatever your local place calls it, and equal parts cocoa butter, like cocoa solids, unrefined again. So equal parts cocoa butter, coconut butter, and rapeseed oil. Melt that together, store it in the fridge. As it cools down, gives it a stir, and it'll turn into butter. You can make vegan butter easy at home. So I'm fine with eating vegan foods, but a lot of the vegan food manufacturing is just absolute dog shit. It is like the most awful ground up milled crap that's just flavored to taste like meat. That's designed to trick your brain, but it's even if it tricks your brain successfully, it doesn't trick your body because nutritionally it's still more complicated than just tasting the same. And so even the quote-unquote best vegan alternatives have basically collapsed as an industry. Because people won't eat them. Even people who are starving will not touch this stuff. Because their instincts say it's bad, and people are listening to their instincts, as they should. Nutrition is a lot more complicated than just if it tastes like meat. The whole bug industry, that's collapsed as well. Eat the bugs. That's just fucking completely collapsed. And is worthless. And no, eating seafood and shrimp and crab is not the same thing as eating bugs. They are different for a lot of reasons, especially nutritional. I think they're trying to push lab-grown meat now as an all this is being just done for profit, by the way. It's not even like actually to help you. It's to fake the idea that it's helping you, and so you're pushing. It's twisting your morals to make you think you're being a better person by eating this garbage. In reality, you're just being pushed for profit. You are being ironically farmed for profit. Don't touch this shit. But now there's like lab-grown meats, which is also a crap because it's made using immortal cells, which they grow around like cat lines and such to make basically fake steak. The problem is the immortal cells the meat is made from are technically cancer cells, and eating cancerous meat is not good for you. We've never actually been in here before. I need to see what this is. Finally. But I've been missing out on like 20... Oh my god. I didn't want to go in here unless I'd actually done it on stream. I could have been grinding so much faster. Oh my fucking god. Okay, let's go for the ruby amulet. You might toxic cloud when you take damage. Oh my god. Yeah, don't eat cancerous meat. Lab-grown meat is cancerous meat, inherently. It's just shaped to look like regular meat. Just learn how to eat a fucking vegetable. It's not that hard. So yeah, real meat is not nearly as dangerous as people make it out to be. The alternative meats are not nearly as safe as they make it out to be. The whole thing is basically just being pushed as an industrialized form of profit. The whole thing's just a pile of shit. Just buy some organic meat and vegetables and just learn how to fucking cook, for God's sakes. Just learn how to cook. It's not hard. And you'll be like a million times healthier. Hunter's Mirror. What's a mirror near the scribe that may come in handy during your hunts? Oh, I can have all this stuff now? Oh my god. Get rid of you. Oh, it's just one of these things that occasionally spawn. Okay. Just a powerful grenade. Makes sense. I'm not going to use this now because it's a red item? No, why is it purple? Colorless, okay. Oh, neat. Cool. Swarm 3. Magnetic grenade. Like sucks in enemies and then explodes. Interesting. Alright, let's use you. If they're all going to be colorless, let's go with... Oh, I don't know if I want to go to the swarm or I want to go for the solo. Let's go for the swarm. Actually, let's keep it interesting. Let's go for the swarm and that. Okay. And turn everything to profit. And yeah, the whole thing about food is basically just socialists doing their usual thing of causing a million problems, making everything harder to farm, and then trying to solve their own problems by doing shitty alternatives, which was why socialist countries basically always revolve around people starving to death. And when they hit full communism, then basically the entire country starves to death. It happens every fucking time it's tried. It's why socialism is bad. All forms of socialism. For some reason, socialists think they can just go, oh no, we got a different kind of socialism, our version's gonna be better. No, it just doesn't. I've done the math, I've looked into the psychology of it. The whole thing goes against human nature and kind of fucks with everything. All forms of socialism just fail inherently. Everything, what makes socialism itself work is basically what causes it to fail. Which I'm not going to go into today, but I definitely will go into that at some point. As a sort of thing I wanted to put some more writing into. Speaking of, I need to update my website as well. I basically haven't touched it since I started this channel. So I haven't touched it in nearly a year. Or just over a year actually. No, the little creatures follow me. Interesting. Oh, and they just stay around. Interesting. So basically, the grenade just charges them up. We can't get access to you. Yeah, I need to update my website. I haven't done a lot on it as well. There's a few pages in there I need to delete that are just crap. Like the old coding resources one that I've changed my mind on a lot of things. And the whole thing needs rewriting. The whole thing can just go. I need to rewrite the emotes page because that still talks about when I was streaming on Twitch, which was eons ago. That's completely irrelevant now. But I also want to have I need to use it as well as a place to put some of my writings and such on. They still do my desktop on my computer. I'm not a huge fan of the saw blades. The saw blades are normally red, so it'll open my options up for having a red build. Yeah, my desktop is just full of various writings and notes and such, which I could easily turn to full write-ups and thought pieces. There's that one. Yeah, I like the little ankle biters. Not a fan. Not a fan of the other stuff. Also, I saw a little gap there. Do that. Weirdly complicated little area. I recently wrote basically an entire article's worth of a write-up about how therapy can be bad for men's health long term, because it's very useful in certain situations, but when used wrongly for men specifically can actually cause some serious long-term damage if you understand the psychology of it. But I can't explain that here. That's an entire fucking basically wrote an entire fucking essay on that. This I need to write page. I got like ideas for like entire fucking economics thing. I need to update my visual music theory thing, where I rewrite how you understand music theory. Ugh, so much. There's so many things in my brain running around that I need to like put onto paper and put onto the internet. And lots of stuff. I even just want to put some recipes. It's like less serious stuff. I need to put some like recipes and such online. I do a lot of cooking stuff as well. I got my own like bread recipes. I want to go into like making like sodas from scratch and stuff like that. I do all kinds of stuff. I do all kinds of stuff. I have updated the art section. I've done like art for multiple like prototype games and such. None of that's on there. Oh my god, there's so much in my brain that needs to get out of it. I heard tales about a dubious yet capable being roaming around the island. I guess you're the one. Apparently. Well, no matter who or what or who you are, you're stuck in here too, right? I may have an idea to get us out, but I need your help. While roaming around the island looking for a ship decent enough to get across the sea, I discovered an old extinguished lighthouse at the extreme north of the island. It's probably not much, but at least that's our best chance. I'll be waiting for you near the castle. To bring you as close as I can. Unfortunately, the abominations hanging around mean I can't go very close. Oh, one last thing. Michael, one of the old keepers, used to live in the Silt village. Maybe you should pay a visit to his house. I don't think of that yet. So I can actually see a door. Ancient sewers. No, come on, brain. Select, then X. My brain was just totally shitting itself there. I've suddenly found ways to the ramparts. Where else can I go? And how do I get to this thing? Or this thing? Which one of those is the ancient sewers? It doesn't say unless I've been there. That one's got a money symbol over it. That's the ancient sewers then. Oh my god. Too many buttons to do everything. Okay. I'm just forgetting it. So that's that. So don't know what these though are they. Tactics, thank you. Shield, no thanks. Cleaver 2, Frost Blast. No damage if the target is already frozen. I'll take it over the shield, honestly. Shield's not as useful as you'd think. Basically, things become unfrozen when they're attacked. I've noticed that with bosses, especially. I'll just keep on going. Ooh. The dice, okay. Wait, does that cost me money? How much I got? I got 4,940. Oh, so it just allows me to just refresh the shop however often I want? But it increases the price of everything. Okay. Noted for the future. Don't like that. Mine. You've nothing to lose by waiting. A vicious substance is oozing out of the body and across the floor. It's like a snail's trail. The trail leads to the hole. I don't know what it is, and I really don't want to know. That was a fucking wreck and a half. Okay. There's the ramparts. Just let my biters do their work. I do it. I like the biters. They're fun. I don't need that. Okay. Is there any other exit? I keep seeing these things, but I have no idea what these things are. I can go down from there. Now it's useless to me. That involves a high jump or flying. Ancient sewers. That's the first time I've seen an alternative exit from this at all. And I'm not using either of those. Oh, I guess it's just it then. Can I grab the magnet? No. Not to the ramparts. Oh god. Ooh. None of these useful thing. Okay. Phaser, Spartan Sandals. Valmont's Whip. Magic Bow. Ice Bow. Lightning Bolt. There is a whip I've seen a couple of times. I didn't want to use it without finding it on stream. So I'm not sure what these do yet. Frostbite. Enemy offers damage per second per stack of slow applied to them, including if they're... That will be very useful for certain things. So, like, pair those together, that'd be great. And the ice thing I just got. The next melee attack after using a skill inflicts an extra 200 damage. Crowbar, it's 5. Okay. Yeah, let's just go for that. Shit, I forgot that it all comes out at once. Okay. Decently strong, actually. It's colorless in my case. Reading. Ice bow. We'll see. Was this like whip or something? Oh, cool. Six. Phaser. Teleport you behind the enemy. The next attack deals extra damage. So I guess I need to be near an enemy for that to work. Okay, just a standard kick. Knocks back enemies, dealing damage when they land. Deals extra back if the enemy hits a wall. The final strike of the combo will knock back any enemy. Magic bow. Apparently they home? No, I don't like something down there. That hurts if I keep using it. Interesting. I want to take the crowbar. Let's keep that, I guess. The magic bow, sure. Reforge everything so it's better. Extra damage to frozen targets. I don't think I have anything that freezes, so that's not useful. Extra ammo, 70% damage at a stunned target, launches a grenade. Victims remain explode, that's better. Shots pierce the first target. Extra damage to burning, extra damage to stunned. Colorless, the highest. Extra damage to electrified, freezes. Victims freeze nearby enemies. Burns the ground when destroyed. Victims remains explode. I like the victims remain explode, that's good. Victims burn when they die. Freeze. Lots of if this then that, but there's nothing that sets off the if this. I can't set this off. Let's try the crow's feet. Nice. No bank. No, fuck you. I don't really have an option where to go other than the bank, which I don't care about. Banks for another time. I have my current time 13 minutes. I've been streaming for like over an hour. That was a bad idea to do it while trying to jump forward. It seems to just drop down after a while. Or an extra from enemies for a short while, sure. Don't like the homing bow. Takes way too long for its attacks to actually activate. What the hell was that? Oh, this weapon sucks. It's what I got, unfortunately. I'll work with it. That's that button. There's more stuff going down. I have the jump thing still. Not useful. I'll go down all those holes in just a second. I want to get as far right as I can first. Black Bridge. That's the end. Shit. Yeah, that sucks as a weapon. That's awful. It's the first time I've gone for this. I've grinded this level a few times. This is the first time I've gone here and it's actually ended on a wall. Usually it ends up like a cliff. Okay, let's start with you. Yeah, I'm stuck in place for so long. Most of the weapons I've had in this game so far have been just kind of, oh, I'm just not really a fan. This is not really my thing. This is the first weapon I've had, which I can safely say genuinely bad. I don't like this at all. Good, I'll take that. Sure, why not? Fuck off, I don't need that. There you go, an actual weapon. You can shoot an arrow at my ass. Okay. No, guys, take care of you. Downward smash covers the ground with inflammable oil. I don't know, I like emitting toxic clouds whenever I take damage. And the trollops also aren't doing much to me. Just leaving crap everywhere. Base flask. I'm guessing a lot of this like weird layout is to do with the fact that I've bought the DLC. That would change a lot of that. So I'm guessing the DLCs don't just unlock new areas, also makes changes to like already existing areas and such. You. What do you got for me? You got that again. No, another high jump area. Oh, I can upgrade my swarm, I guess. 30 seconds. Yeah, sure, have double damage with the swarm. I might as well just use this to see if it does summon anything useful. Why is that one slightly more expensive? Whatever. Swarm and cleaver. I can work with that. I'll get rid of the cleaver, I mean. You know what I mean, you know what I'm doing. No, I can't go down there. And this whole map only has one exit. What is it? God, I think the trollops have a slightly lower frame rate than the actual guy we're playing as. They look like they almost lag on the way down. I don't think it's actually the game lagging. I think it's just them working at a lower frame rate. Like maybe the game only does the math with them every other frame. Okay. Let's just first one frostbow. Great. Be close to a deployed skill. Something. Alright, get over here, you Reddit mod. Yeah, it's been fun thinking about it recently as well. Ow. That my little ankle bite just sorted him out. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard about this. There's been this thing going on recently with a Reddit moderator, which has been blowing up because it's just been really fucking funny. I'm not really using the crowbar, so let's just swap that for that. Is there something? So there's a guy need to visit in Salt Village. Yeah, there's a thing going on with a Reddit moderator. Basically, there was a scam going on Reddit or some moderators or something lost some money or something. I don't really know. I don't really care, to be honest. But it basically resulted in a Reddit moderator who got scammed from one of the biggest subreddits. I think it was like streamer fails or something similar to that. Live stream fails or something. And they basically had a big crash out. Silt Village is where I need to meet someone. Do I also have like another option? Fractured Shrines. I've never been in here. I can't. I'm going to do more than one run in this game. So let's go here first. I'll go to Fractured Shrines later. Because I want to meet that guy. Yeah, this Reddit moderator got scammed. He had a massive crash out. Was deleting posts that criticized him, etc, etc, etc. You know the usual deal. But then he published a video. And this video has gone absolutely fucking viral. Because normally Reddit moderators are just like, they basically just do admin type stuff on the website, and you only ever see like text boxes from them, which is often quite curated. It's very rare you see like it's very rare you get to like see the actual faces and such. Dodging plants a bomb, damaging from projectiles reduced. Sure, I shouldn't be relying on damage like that anyway. Yeah, it's very rare you get to see like an actual, like the Reddit moderator's face and such. That's horrifying. I don't like that at all. What are you? That was... What the fuck? That's horrifying. Leg Hugger Legendary. Summon a leg hugger that attacks your enemies, inflicting critical hits on bleeding targets. Reactivates to make it attack in a circle around itself, making its enemies bleed. Weird. Crowned Key. I guess I'll swap it out. Might as well try a new thing. Downward Smash. That's flammable oil in there. Weird. There was a guy like talking about last stream as well. He was talking about trying to grab a summon from a bed or something. So I guess that's what he was on about. Letter is less damage than the others. You can use our bodies for your experiments. Beg you, save us. Rest is illegible. Lore shit, I guess. Ooh, and some chicken. Which I can't use. Interesting. Narrow the extra lines. I like that the ankle biters get... Is there two of those guys now? I like the ankle biters get around the guys defending themselves. That's been a consistent problem for me. Right, so activating the button does what? Just making 7 spikes or something? Yeah, pressing the button doesn't make anything happen. Okay. Interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about the extra summons. What else do I have that's dropping things? It's definitely not just the swarm. Someone's biters, dodging plants of bombs, damage projectiles. I don't know. You're there. Yeah, there isn't anything. Okay, so what's in here? I get kind of distracted. I wanted to just continue talking. Okay. Yeah, I was saying, Reddit moderator. You ready to get to see actual Reddit moderators? I think everyone knows the stereotype. The stereotype existed for a long time, even before Reddit. Like, before Reddit, there was like forum moderators, there's Discord mods. They all have basically the same stereotype attached to them. Just something about being the moderator of online communities just kind of does things to people's heads, I think. I'm not even entirely sure myself. You know, like fat, balding, autistic, power-tripping weirdo. I do want that. I don't want to get rid of the summons I have. I don't get rid of the leg huggers. Leg huggers. I don't want both the swarm and the leg hugger because they don't. They stay with me and I can't walk away like I can with the turrets. But I don't want to get rid of the leg hugger because it's a new legendary item. I don't want to get rid of the swarm because it's a cool item. Ugh, fuck. I honestly think the swarm is better. I think I'm going to get rid of the leg hugger as weird as it is. Sorry, dude. Yeah, you know the stereotype around Reddit moderators. And so the guy made a video, and it basically just like confirmed every single fucking stereotype to such an alarming degree it almost seems like parody. Sure. The guy was, he looked like someone who was autistic. I say that as an autistic person, he looked like someone who was autistic. He was balding, he was fat. His eyes kind of had like this permanent, strange glaze over them. How did we get to that? I say we need a high jump to get to that. Yeah. His eyes had a weird like glaze over them, like he wasn't all there. And he was basically talking about how Reddit moderators needed more access to more resources, like business resources and such from the website, and basically just making demands that the website treat moderators better. And because of how much power they wield, literally, like he was saying shit like that. Like everyone goes to the subreddits, and like if we control what's on the subreddit, we control the narrative and blah 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 blah. And because they have so much power, they should be treated like celebrities. He literally used that word. He literally said we should be treated like celebrities. There's a bunch of people have made videos on it. Some of I've seen, some I haven't. I know Asmongold and Moist Critical have made videos on it. If you haven't seen those, some ordinary gamers. I haven't watched any of those, but I know they're popular and they've definitely made them. Like basically every other creator, even the ones I actually do watch, like Rev Says Desu and Hero Hey, even them talking about this, it is just like a video that's, and even like some niche people I don't what that aren't very well known, people have like sub 100 subscribers or talking about it because it's just like that legendary a fucking fuck up. It's just like that legendary fuck up of how well it confirms basically every single stereotype. Like all of them, every single stereotype. Just no bars hold. It is so ridiculously on point. It feels like parody without being. Oh god, you're behind me. It feels like parody without being parody. It's one of those reality stranger than fiction kind of things. Highly recommend the video if you've seen it. I think the guy's taken it down already. I think he's taken down his video. But there are so many, like, people have definitely archived that, so you'll never not be able to find that again. He's basically single-handedly ruined the reputation of Redditors everywhere. Because at least before, you always had, like, an element of doubt about the stereotype, because you never actually saw the Redditors. That's gone. That's gone. All shield's gone. No one is going to respect a Reddit mod again. Like, I know there are good Reddit mods out there and good like forum moderators and such. They do exist, but the power tripping weirdo is just perpetually baked into the identity, and now it's just like sealed forever. You're never going to go away, like for good reason, clearly. If your reputation is caused by the truth, then it should be your reputation. Simple as that. Where are you? Chef, I don't get why the chef guy is here. It's a weird thing. As a village key. Well, I haven't been to the other room here yet. I haven't been for the electrical portal. I'll take that, thank you very much. That's just the mass upgrade together. Weapon isn't great though. New village key. I mean, that means I've got 2 keys now. And that I need the village key for. I was hoping to the clock tower where I've been. This I really want to learn about as well. I've actually got these before. There's a thing up there, I can't get up there. Ow. Let's find this other exit. Let's go in here. Open village key. Thanks for back out. Forgotten Spulture. I don't know what that is. So what's with the key I've got then? Does that stay with me? Do I just keep that? I really should have like downloaded like, not necessarily the video, but like the screenshot from the video to like show it off or something. There. Probably throw that straight in here, I guess. Now I can reforge things, because that actually does some decent. Spreads inflammable oil, which is the same thing as flammable for some reason. I don't know why inflammable and flammable are the same thing, but okay. Reforge, reforge. Plus damage to frozen targets. Victims burn when they die. Traps and spreads inflammable oil. Burns the ground when destroyed. Victims burn when they die. That's a really good combination of things. Let's re-roll you that. Plus damage to burning targets. Victims burn when they die. That's also really good. Spreads inflammable oil. The thing I'm not sure about is this one, which is good. It's really working with the fire thing, but I'm not big into. It literally just throws flammable stuff on the ground. I don't know if does the fire stack? I see the fire stacks. Sure, let's upgrade it. I've never been here before, so I have no idea what this is. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. I am literally just going to. Let's load up LibreWolf, which is my browser. It was my default browser. It's not my main browser, it's my default browser. LibreWolf is like a privacy-focused browser. I set it to my default browser, so if any like program I'm working with or anything, any other thing, wants to open up a browser tab for whatever reason, it'll open up a privacy-focused browser. I'll look at that, close down the browser, and be done with it. And it doesn't interrupt the tabs of my main browser, which is actually Waterfox. Also keeping a close eye on Helium browser, but that's a different thing. I want to look up this fucking Reddit moderator. I just want you to see his fucking face. I literally can probably just type in Reddit mod in YouTube. Okay, yeah, let's OBS, ad source, window capture. Sure, whatever. Yeah, you can see it. Like, what the fuck, man? This is the guy. Just talk. He's literally this. Imagine this face going on a power trip about how Reddit mods need to be treated like celebrities. Oh, he has such a glazed look in his eye. It's so off. Even Hasanabi. I hate Hasanabi. Most critical of Hasanabi Asgore, they all fucking like hate each other. And like everyone on every side of every political spectrum is dunking on the same fucking Reddit mod. It's how badly he fucked up. Political enemies are agreeing on how bad of a fuck up this is. That's how you know you fucked up. Like, holy shit. And yeah, it's just Stern Kraus, my Reddit mods. Yeah, Reddit mods and Discord mods, they deserve the reputation they got. They absolutely deserve it. Let's get rid of that. Remove. I needed that to be on screen. I needed to show that guy. And he talks with like, he doesn't talk with a lisp, he talks with like a light slur as well. The classic autistic slur, which even I talk with. It's so embarrassing seeing that. You should suckle on right in my ears. It wasn't like that. I'm exaggerating it a bit, but you can hear it. It's so fucking embarrassing. That whole Reddit used to be half decent. That's the thing. Some forums, some of the niche forums are still alright, but as a whole, Reddit is just completely fucking collapsing on itself. I think it really didn't help. Hey, cutie. Yeah, it really didn't help with the fact that the guy who runs the website, who owns the website, he is a politically motivated weirdo as well. He's been caught going into the database for the website itself and changing other people's comments to be more reflective of his own personal ideologies. That is how much of a fucking weirdo and scumbag that guy is. Do not fucking trust that guy. And so as a result, the whole website became infested with people with similar opinions to him, and they started banning everyone who disagreed with those opinions, which are very, very far left opinions. But they've been doing it for so long, like they so badly for so long, that they've basically literally banned everyone at this point. Only the most extreme of the extreme of the extreme still use the more popular subreddits. Like only the super, super niche ones are still competent. So what's this about? Damn, you cute. I like the belly button. So this is the anomaly she's looking for. You've come a long way down beneath the surface, fallen one. Dark is the path you have chosen. The light of the Guardian monolith will guide you. For how long? Behind you, that big light just there. Follow the light. I couldn't tell if she was talking about the door or the thing above it then. Pay tribute or turn back. That is a cool looking thing. Night lights. Covers the ground beneath you. Negative 2% damage received. Ah, weird. Okay. I want to keep this one, so. Stays with me. Can I invert does that? I can't put that in my backpack, which is annoying. The one thing I'd want to put in my backpack. I've walked past this guy a couple of times. What is your deal? I've been very naughty. You have outraged the gods. Just one little hit, and you're dead. Eliminate 10 enemies to lift the curse. Interesting. Yes. Let's talk about that. Let's head back. Interesting. Yeah, because I'm taking environment damage. Should I just wait for that to recharge then? Just wait 30 seconds for some reason? Because I would want... Which knows the thing below me. Ooh, I can just do that. Okay. I've tried doing that on the bigger platforms. It just won't let me. Yeah, I want to take my time to look around. That's the thing, because I don't know this area. If I knew this kind of area better, I just take the run for it. But I don't know it, so let's go slowly, I guess. Nope. YOLO, what the fuck? Death by curse. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have taken the cursed item. If I, like... Well, shouldn't have taken cursed item there if I didn't know the area. But I didn't know what the treasure chest did, so... Well, that's that then. I'm gonna take a quick break then. Added a bunch of stuff to this now. Oh, it's the tentacle thing. Crowned key. Oh, he's giving me that back. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a quick break then. And I will be right back to do another run. See how far we can get. Did the game's music just cut out at some point? What happened to the audio while I was gone? Huh. OBS still looks like it's sending audio. The fuck? Volume mixer? Yeah, this should be working just fine. Oh, that's fucking weird, that is. I'm sorry, press restart. Yeah, I just topped up my drinks, got some ice. Yeah, I've lost all sound. Interesting. Okay, let's try. Let's just try to close the game. Wonder why that happened. I'll just reset the game. Fuck it, why not? Games, Dead Cells EXE. Also got myself a chicken wing because I had some of those left over from my lunch earlier. No, what the fuck? Still nothing. Why is my game's audio broken? What the fuck? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's weird. I've had game audio break before. I've had it happen on like an emulator and such. But that affected like how it was being perceived by OBS. I'm literally getting no audio from this for anywhere. No, but okay. One sec. If I go to monitor capture on OBS, you can see there that there is green. It's quiet. The whole computer is quiet because for some reason my computer is really fucking loud. I have no idea why. But like, there is green on the dead cells, so there should be audio. But there's no audio on OBS or on my thing. That's bizarre. What the fuck? Hold on. What if I load up? What if I load up my browser again? Go on to YouTube. Fuck it, I don't know what video. Just look at the Reddit mod video, I guess. Reddit mod. Sure. Click on the moist critical video. Just see if I get any audio. No, I'm getting no audio from him either. Wait, what in the world? No, you guys are now getting audio. I'm not getting audio. What the fuck? OBS says there's audio. Why does OBS say there's audio? Okay, I've paused the video and it still says you're getting audio. I'm not hearing anything though. Is that sorted? Is just my headphones acting up?
On r/live stream.
I can hear that now. Okay.
I'm kind of at a loss for words here. I can't believe what I just watched.
Okay, that's that. But now I'm not getting game audio again. So apparently my headphones are acting weird. Quit the game again. Load up the game again. Yeah. audio. Okay, so my only guess is that because my headphones can be kind of dodgy sometimes, they'll like disconnect and reconnect on their own. Or they'll disconnect and I have to like fiddle with the wire and then reconnect or something. I'm not sure what it is. But I'm guessing that when that must have happened, and then it just confused the game and it tried to reallocate the audio to a different driver or something. And then the audio just broke or something like that. That's a guess. I genuinely have no idea. Alright, that was weird. Yeah, OBS is sending audio just fine. Okay, sure, whatever. I don't know. That was strange. Continue normal mode. Yeah, it's wings from earlier, which I've made my own marinade for wings, and they're kind of really fucking well. They're oven baked wings, and I made the marinade with a mixture of stuff, some soft brown sugar, mushroom based soy sauce, hot sauce, garlic, and a couple of other small bits in there, a little bit of liquid smoke, and all that together. Cover the wings in that, bake it for like at 200 degrees for a full hour, and you get a nice little bit of, you get just a little bit of char on the edges of the wings that cooked tenderly. They're not falling off the bone tender, but they are tender, and they are absolutely delicious. Like genuinely tasty. And a few left over from earlier. Okay, yeah, you'll do. I hate this diagonal throw. That's completely worthless to me. Twin dagger, sure, why not? It'll do until I find something more useful to me. I know I saw a guy, yeah. Ooh. All this. Specialist shop. Responding to the most eccentric of demands for over 15 years. And at least 8 updates now. Oh, this. Oh, the money for this. Definitely not the money for that. A map of some kind? Another day, I guess. Okay. I prefer survival with the house. Let's take that one. I actually like this. Even if it's not good for my build currently. Oh, they both just kind of appear now. The leg hugger And the swarm. I actually prefer the swarm. Okay. Now we actually have some stuff. Boom. What are you? Whatever this is. What a cozy spot. I could sit just for a moment. What video game are you referencing? Shovel Knights? Wait a minute, what was King Scepter? Yeah, it's Shovel Knight. Oh, I don't like that. That's you again. I go down here. What was that? The fuck is that? I like suck myself towards them? And then start bouncing with them? That was weird. I'm not even 100% sure what's happening. Oh, I'm doing some kind of like spin thing. I just don't have the room to like see it. In toxic sewers. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the Promenade of the Condemned. Because even though I've been there loads of times, there's an exit there I know that exists at the end, which I haven't been to yet. Okay. You I'm going to keep long term, so I'll just make sure to look at you. 100% damage to targets covered in burning oil. Victims burn when they die. Oh, great. And the throwing knife is awful. I'm hoping to replace that shortly. Victims freeze nearby enemies when they die. Freezing's better, I guess. Victims freeze nearby enemies when they die. Enemies suffer damage when they from while being frozen. So sure, I guess I'll take advantage of that combination. Yeah, there was also been like another thing that's been going on recently as well. Figured I might talk about. Muujin, I think his name is. I put out a video talking about one of these girl failure streamers, which is an actual genre of streamer. Elfin Sipe, I think the person's name is. Did a video talking about that person. I'm also gonna wish the secret spots would just not appear if I'd already done the thing. Yeah, Elfin Sipe. And she's part of a group of streamers which are basically, they advertise themselves as basically girl failure streamers. And their entire gimmick is basically just, God, these are awful. I don't think I can use it at all. Oh yeah, their entire like gimmick is that they constantly talk about enemies that hit you freeze. I basically actually got poisoned because of my freeze damage thing now, I guess. Which is nice. Yeah, their entire gimmick is just, what the, oh my god. This is where I accidentally tapped when I went to like hold. Oh my. That completely undoes that. Okay, let me stop them thinking. Their entire gimmick is basically them just constantly going on about how much of a lonely loser they are and dressing in dark clothes, showing off messy hair and eyeshadows, talking about how horrible and depressing their life is, and making lots of edgy jokes, edgy like 4chan-esque humor. You know, Hitler was right, that kind of stuff. Everyone of every race is bad, blah 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 blah. All while saying, oh, I'm such a lonely virgin loser and my life is horrible. Won't any of my massive community come and save me? Mugen in his video said it best. They're basically just like a modern damsel in distress archetype. That's what they're trying to sell, that archetype. That's like the whole fucking gimmick. Which, like, it should be said that this kind of like girl loser, girl failure, I think they call themselves, like I said. This girl failure archetype isn't a real kind of person. No one in the real world is like that. Like, actually like that. They are putting on an act. It's because, like, being a failure isn't a personality. It's not, like, a kind of personality you can have. No one has that personality. There are people who are, like, who are actually like that, who, like, are shut in with messy rooms and don't have much going on in life. But even those people have interests, like they're usually online watching anime or cartoons or something. They have like, you know, things that interest them, which they'd rather identify with, and they have like stuff going on outside of what's all their struggles. But just being a lonely, horny loser isn't really a personality, or it's not a complete personality, in it, as it were. Young woman, whatever. Oh. And so basically, whenever you come across these kinds of characters, you just gotta remember that they are all completely fake and selling a fantasy, either for profit or to like fulfill some personal need for control, which is sadly very common. I'm getting a lot of red items. Let's pop that up. And yeah, they're all just fake and stupid. And they're all... Every single one of them has basically collapsed in some kind of massive controversy as well. That's like ruined their entire careers. Every single one happens all the time. Because they're fake and they're selling a fantasy. And once that fantasy kind of falls apart, hardly anyone sticks around, other than like core fans who just basically want to just have a wank to them, really. Okay, some actual fucking items for once. Let's take, you. See, an actual item, I can use that now. There was an original one, a VTuber who was a quote-unquote girl failure, who was basically found to having a bunch of actual relations with a bunch of the audience at the same time, including having an actual boyfriend. And you can't sell the I'm a lonely virgin loser thing while also having a boyfriend. There was the rat girl whose controversy is funny. As I said, they often make edgy racist jokes about how white people are superior and brown people are inferior, and the kind of things that like attract attention from racists. But then this rat girl also was found to have a black boyfriend, so she clearly didn't think black people were inferior if she's dating one. So a lot of her fan base abandoned her over that. It's kind of like these online girlfriend experience type VTubers as well, in general, kind of completely ruin their lives by just selling the experience to the audience of a lot of female, not even VTubers, just female streamers in general, like to sell this idea that they are single and the audience, any member of their audience has the potential to be their next partner or something. This is like an entire fucking thing. And it's like they're selling the fantasy of the idea, and that way people just throw money at them thinking they could be the one. Sure, mouse and screen. And so when these people show off that they then have a boyfriend, that completely breaks the illusion and everyone abandons them. So that on top of the whole racism thing. That's the funny thing, is I'm not even above like racist humor. I'm happy to make jokes about fucking any race in any group. Jews, blacks, whites, whatever. I don't give a shit. But yeah, like I said, you can't be a hypocrite about it though. Like if you straight up saying one's better than the other and you're having sex with the one you're saying is worse, then it's just fucking stupid. Anyone with a single brain cell could tell you that. Like to show off like a less extreme example, imagine like someone saying like that the least favorite color was green or something, and then you find out that they have like a green painted room or something like that. It's just those sort of things that just make you go, why the fuck did you say shit like that then? It actually reminds me, going back to a more extreme example, it actually reminds me of a thing that was a joke. This is going back quite a few years. There was a thing that got shared around a lot about this Jewish woman who found a Nazi, like an actual Nazi guy, neo-Nazi, whatever. And she knew he was a Nazi, and then she slept with him. And then she posted online about how he's a Nazi, so clearly he wasn't able to hold up his beliefs to my body and that kind of shit. They're trying to make it seem like she was the victor of sleeping with a Nazi, despite her being literally Jewish. And she became just a massive laughingstock. You see these kinds of people all the fucking time, like they have no brain. They don't really think clearly about what it is they're doing. Like I said, it's just some shitty sense of control, which they clearly were missing in their life. And as well, Elfin Syop herself, who was the third of this this clique of like girl failure streamers. She was like the biggest of the three, and her entire career failed because, again, she kept doing a bunch of white supremacy-esque commentary, and then it was found out that she's from Pakistan, so not exactly superior by her own standards. Which is kind of it's funny as well. You don't really think about it a lot, but if you pay attention to the world, you'll realize that this is weirdly, alarmingly enormous community globally of people with like darker skin tones, Hispanics, Black, Arabic, and so on and so forth. There's a weirdly massive global community of them which have a weird tendency to try and be white, trying to present themselves as white. Like, they try to roleplay as white people, the same way you think of like a weeaboo pretending to be pretending to be Japanese, what I'm trying to say. That was a weird slip up. Like, it's a whole thing. Oh my god, I am failing hard at this. And it's weird to watch. Especially once you become aware of it. Like I mentioned earlier, Hassan Abi is a shitty creator. A shitty political creator who's constantly in controversy for good bloody reason. Because he's a fucking moron. But even I think he's made various comments in the past. Talking about how, oh yeah, he's definitely a white passing Arab or something like that. And trying to convince people. Yeah, I can't stand that. Trying to convince people that, hey, he definitely comes across as white, even though it's blatantly obvious to anyone with eyes that he doesn't. Which is nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't give a shit what race you are. I'm willing to joke about race, but I never actually care what race you are. And it's so weird. Once you're aware of this, this is a thing. Like, keep your eyes on it. It's amazing how massive this a thing it actually is. Seriously. I hate these little platformy areas. Did I just do a little hop? That was weird. Yeah, I gotta be more careful because I'm having a hard time thinking of this. Okay. Yeah, that's all that. That was hilarious. The more I try to think and do at the same time, the harder both of those get. But yeah, like, always be cautious of, like, people selling women throughout the ages. It's unfortunate, but there are plenty of women throughout basically all of history. Basically, I've known it since the start of the internet, basically. There are women who have, like, fake personalities and try and become appealing to fulfill some sense of control, however. It's been a thing, like, I remember in like the 2000s where you'd find like quote-unquote gamer girls who were basically just like whores trying to attract lonely gamers by just pretending to play with a controller, and they had no idea how any games actually worked. They didn't give a shit about any of them. They were fake gamer girls. It was a whole thing back in the day. And after that, there were like fake nerd girls and all kinds of things. Women were fake all kinds of shit. That's not all women, definitely not even most women. Like a small percentage of women will be desperate enough and they will do shit like that. And sadly, those kinds of women are common enough that this is going to be like a thing we just have to deal with as a species forever. There will always be some weird niche that some group of women is going to try to fill. Like a fantasy. There's going to be a group of guys who girls are going to try to take advantage of by filling a fantasy of some kind. And these fake femcells, there's another name for them. Femcell loser girls, girl faders, whatever fucking word you want to use. There are another group of those. Which again, as I said, there are women vaguely like that but they have actual interests as well. But like they're not common, and most of the ones that are trying to sell that are selling it as a fantasy. It's just go keep an eye out. Be careful who you trust. There are liars everywhere, from every background. Let's improve you. Shots leave a trail of flame. That's nice, actually. You plus damage to bleeding targets. Actually, pairs nicely with that. Reset. Let's go for a reset. Okay. Plus damage if you're close to a deployed skill, which for my little biters, I will be close to a deployed skill. So, actually, let's go for the Hunter's Instinct. Faster resets. I just did. Oh, can I choose 2 because I reset? Oh, cool, I can. Bank, don't care. So what's this? Are we going to hell? The hell's going on? The hell's going on? The hell? Ossuary. A thick layer of ash covers walls and filth crept into every nook and cranny. Incentivized biomes smells like burning flesh. Fire going. Ooh, lovely. Interesting, so there's an enemy spawn of some kind. Be sure review. Yeah, I might as well let the swordblades do the work. Okay, so what's this? Not a huge fan of the item. Alright, some people like it, but it's not really my thing. Pass. Nah. Wonderful. And that's not like useful. Let's go with brutality. Give it that. Ooh. Also, why are the cells yellow now? Okay, they look like lava creatures, but they're still affected by fire. Good to know. Near down aura? Why is it weirdly quiet in here? I'm gonna get shut in here regardless. Alright. Hey! That was very close. What are you? Unknown artifact. New item unlocked. RAM room. This permanent room lets you break through certain floors. Oh. Oh my god, finally. Cool. Nice. I only got that now. Rifle ball. Don't like look at that thing. Okay, that's what we do. Alright, so what are you? Whatever, you died. My setup isn't great, but it's keeping me alive at least. Message left in the storeroom. What, soldiers are leaving notes? There's notes for each other? Bodies are piling up endlessly, burning them is no longer good enough. Some get back up, and others even manage to get their hands on weapons. We have to leave this island while we still can. Oop. Okay, so out of the permanent upgrades then, that basically just leaves me with the super jump I need to get. Right, okay, Sinew Slicer. Swarm version 4. Was that 66%? 120%, that's a lot. I wouldn't get much more by upgrading that to that. Sure, it's way better. It is way better. Plus damage to a bleeding target. 100% damage to 100% damage inflicted on enemies. 100% damage taken. Interesting. So I get double damage while I got that. That's annoying. I'm having a hard enough time surviving this place as it is. I will go for that then. I don't want to risk it. It's safer. At least for this, I'll stick with the safe option. Ow, see? Dude, that would have killed me if that was... No, it wouldn't have killed me. It would have almost killed me if I kept the double damage. Downward smash, drops oil. Sure, why not? How big is this place? Yeah. Nice. Yeah, those guys are not to be messed with. Those are fucking hardy assholes. You. Luckily they go down fast. God, I'm not used to looking at the ground to make sure I can... I have to look at the ground now to make sure there aren't anything... There isn't anything I can break. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, this place is fine, honestly. I like the spooky, bloody aesthetic, but it's kind of wearing its welcome. Jesus Christ. See, that's why we just dropped the turrets and run. That was a mess. I hate when it gives me options I can't even make use of. Okay, so you're just in there. That's my potion. This is a pain in the ass. Also, that was the door for the Black Bridge as well, which is just the first boss. I forgot we were still near the start of the fucking run. I know that guy ran off over there somewhere. Okay, here's you. Nothing of interest. Where did you fuckers come from? First treasure. Not interested. We got the first treasure. I'm just gonna be I'm gonna be jumping straight to a boss with the first treasure. I'm definitely gonna get hit at least once. I need to kill 10 enemies, and I imagine the boss only counts as 1. But I'll basically just be guaranteeing my own game over there. Down here as well. You absolute piece of... Okay. Oh, trapped between a rock and a hard place. You. The more purple I can get, the better. I think that's about it for here. Also just kind of reminds you of watching Space King. The second episode of that, where they go to, like, they find, like, the blood coagulators. That was what that was called, like the blood nut space marines or whatever. I get kind of sick of the coagulators shit because they make everything about blood. It looks like this kind of place. This just looks like the kind of place where the coagulators would be fully set up. Okay. Upgrade you. I like the flame trail, actually. It's really nice. Well, your ability is no longer useful. Victims freeze nearby enemies when they die. Extra damage to poisons target. Plus damage to burning target. That's perfect. Because I can burn with that and I can poison with that. I'm not really using the knife, it's just kind of there. Crow's feet, sure. This bloody Reddit mod, which I've fought so many fucking times. You'll go down fucking easy. Blah. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. There we go. He actually did take a little bit of a beating that time, to be fair. Okay. So, Pancho, don't need that. Phaser. Let's swap that for the... Oh, you're one of these. No, I don't want to replace those. I thought I was going to replace that with a knife. No, I don't even get... Really don't want to get rid of them. Even if it did spawn, apparently it spawns the biters anyway, but they're clearly not going to spawn as many, and it's not going to be as convenient as just throwing a biter bomb. This is actually where having the homing bow would actually be useful, as crappy as that weapon is, because I'd be using it as a secondary weapon. Slumbering Sanctuary. There. Haven't got to the end of that yet. Back bridge. Then I can go to that place. So I might as well go there. Yeah, my options are Fractured Shrines or this other place. I don't need to go to the Silk Village. Oh, no, need a high jump for that. Fractured Shrines it is. So what the hell is this? View is amazing, but the locals are said to be somewhat cantankerous until you get to know them. Cantankerous? Oh, lovely. Hey. Okay, you're a whole thing. The bird thing? Yes. Ow. This whole place is just danger. Like, the screen's even rumbling from other things dying. You guys die quickly though, which is nice. That's a green cross. Okay, so is that gonna be... Let's go in. This is gonna be like a pathway to another place, or... Oh, it's just a shop. Okay, I am not stuck in that. Okay, let's just do it that way. This place is not very friendly. Just cursed chest. No, thank you. I can see why getting a cursed chest would be useful near the start. Right. Do you fucking mind? It's my job to spam people from across the map. Okay. Skeleton douches there. These guys are big, but getting some solid ground is not too bad. Fine, I can upgrade. I've noticed like every single one of these fucking upgrade things I've gotten that doesn't let you choose. It only gives me like the red and green right now for some reason. Also, apparently mouse is on screen again. I don't know when the fuck that happened. Okay, what the hell was that? Inspect. Cultist outfit. What the fuck are you? Hmm. Holy fuck, do you have some reach to you? I'm gonna hit you with that, luckily. You dead? No, no, you're not. That would tower do the work. That's basically as strong as a boss. Oh, and I can actually go in there, okay. What you got for me, boss? A slightly better snooze slicer. Generates toxic cloud, victims burn when they die. Burns the ground destroyed. Spreads inflammable oil everywhere. 70% chance damage to 70% damage to stunned enemies. Yeah. It required too much work to fix that. Okay, remember that. Nearly fell to my death. Big is this area? Hard light sword. Yeah, that replaces both things. I don't want to replace both things. I'm not a huge fan of this weapon. Okay, where else can I go? I still explode up left there. Ah. And as this place up here, there's another guy there. I am not jumping through that. Yeah, I need to fucking start. You pops. I didn't go through that door originally because I thought it was going to be an exit. Apparently it's more. Oh no, there isn't. Okay, so I can go. It's a weirdly complex area. Okay, let's go to the top right then. you. Thank you for a purple upgrade. Fucking jump, I didn't even see you there. Pure nail. Actually, kill the enemies first in the rack. That's purple, I can use that. Let's invert. No. Or just leave. Inverts. I can actually use the pure nail. I got it once again while I was grinding. I can do the burgling to a degree. Not quite the same as it is in Hollow Knight, but it's that same kind of idea. But it's just a simple slashing weapon you can use. How long is this? Is it literally going to take me all the way out there? Is that what's planning on doing today? Holy hell. This is a big area. Okay, let's see what's in here. You're a guy that sat there. I discovered a secret. Paranoided. All these doors I can't do anything with. Right, thanks. Okay. Okay, having to do with my that little thing I'm throwing being kind of annoying. Was that bit of ground hasn't spawned properly? Undying Shrines. Clock Tower. Okay, so let's go into these doors which I managed to open up. This is quite a long, that's a long distance. What is in here? They didn't lie when they said the Queen's temples were full of treasures waiting to be taken. Though they could have mentioned the wardens. Ooh. So damage to poison, damage to burning. Damage to stunned. Victims freeze nearby enemies when they die. That's not as good, but it's double the damage. It's worth it. Okay. Colorless items and some money. Shield bomb. These are worthless though. Alright. To the clock tower, I guess. Let's check the die shot. See if going in those rooms unlock this, I guess. Condemned to protect our dead. The wardens will recognize their own. The wardens will recognize their own. What the hell does that mean? I mean, I killed the wardens, but you have to help the wardens somehow, I guess. Unlocks a mirror near the scribe that may come in handy during a hunt. I don't know what the scribe is, which is fun. Okay, cultist outfit actually looks good. I don't know about that. Most of the outfits are just color schemes that don't look interesting to me at all. I mean, the classic temporal outfit looks decent, but otherwise, a lot of these just look meh. Just look meh. I don't know, throw money into the health flask, I guess. That's awesome. Okay, so damage to frozen, damage to burning targets, victims burn when they die. That's nice. And again, pairs with that. Forgotten Spulture again. Forgotten Spulture clocked out. Let's get this Forgotten Spulture, I guess. And just not be stupid and get a fucking cursed item again. Let's say hi to our friend the Beetle Lady. How you doing? Follow the light. Yeah, it will. Okay, I gotta remember. I will get my stuff back. So let's go. That won't disappear. They're just gonna stay there. You can see on the map. Look, you asshole. Oh. Ow. Ow. That was frustratingly awkward. Not you again, you fucking weirdo. Hmm. Oh, there is no... No, I see what this does. This says a new thing. For some reason, I thought... I remember from last time that dropping that just gave me a protective aura around me. I just misread that. It actually allows you to just drop a thing anyway. Hmm. I'll come back to you then. And explore far. Okay, let's go down left, I guess. From here. Okay. You fucking stop spamming from the distance, you. I'm having to concentrate now. Okay, let's think back. You guys aren't too bad. Well, as long as I know they're coming, I'm not too bad. Too bad. This place is where it's annoying. That hurt a lot. Let's get the fuck out of here a second. Oh my god. Let's swap you guys for now. Ow. You asshole. The way they can spam you from this is the annoying part. Get out of there. Okay. You. Use this room. What does use this room mean? Challenge rift? No, thank you. I'll pass on that. I appreciate the offer, but I'm barely keeping by as it is. Okay, so I can go to you. Crypt key. Ow. That was my last potion too. Hey. I wanna... Okay. So the little hand ones are actually just temporary. Only the yellow ones are permanent, got it. That. Considering how massive the last level was, I'm probably completely fucked going down here, honestly. That's you, okay. Yeah, actually just leaves that direction now. There's only plenty of upgrades now. So I'm no longer as massively behind on my levels. All red. There. A tunnel was very clearly... This tunnel was clearly out very roughly. Doesn't look too solid. It should have said dugout. Did I misread that? That maybe for a child. Let's see a bag that's on left here. I'll take a drumstick, thank you very much. Okay. Requires a crypt key. Okay, down's the only direction then. Jesus Christ, look at my health. I am so fucked. Another one that's useless. Because this game fucking hates me right now for some reason. I'll take me back to the end. Please tell me this is the end of the level. Not. Doorway that way. Clock room. Challenge of some kind. Pass. Get rid of the nightlight. Oh, light, I did. I do wonder if, like, if I'd taken the night lights to the next room, is there like some secret that would unlock from that? But I need my comfort items back because I am just a walking corpse right now. I mean, I already was, but now I'm a wounded walking corpse. Quits. Okay. More help, please. Yes, reforge something. I wonder if you can reforge. Just forge you. Spread flammable oil on the enemy. Sure, why not? Alright, let's see what we do. Yeah, that was a fucking unholy place, that was. The Timekeeper. Hello again. Let's finish this. Don't take well. And then you just escape. Okay, lightning bolt don't need. Wolf trap don't need. Blueprint for ice shards. And this bloody place again. Oh, this will definitely be my last run as well. High Peak Castle. What are the other two exits? Oh, Fracture Twins down there. I missed both of these. Interesting. Block Room, High Peak Castle. So that'll take me to one of these. Derelict Disarray. Oh hey, there's spider girls on the wall. Opened with Crown Key. So this is where I want to go. I was just outside the castle. Oh, there you are. Sail to infested shipwreck. Hello, mate. Oh, so you came. Was set sail as soon as you're ready. Be advised that what's lurking in the shipwreck is really unsavory, even by my standards. I'm sure you don't feel... I'm sure you didn't come that far just to get cold feet, did you? Oh, lovely. Thanks for showing me that. I don't think I can even get in there looking at the map. Just kind of there. How does they tell that the oil floats in water, by the way? I do like shipwreck kind of settings. Hey. More of the deep. One of my all-time favorite games. There's a solid shipwreck area. Which is Wonderboy, actually. Wonderboy in... It's not Wonderboy in Monster World, what is it? Dragon's Curse, that was it. Notice, you guys climb up the walls. Alright. Yeah, it is really like they hit you once and you need to refill your health. It's not lenient right now. Okay. And I know I'm not talking much, but I really am doing my best to just concentrate. So I will not be doing any of this if I'm not. Oh, lovely. There's all my potions. You look at the design of these guys if they're anchors though. They're cool. The other guy's down there. There we go. 10% damage gone. Honestly, just for that alone, it's worth it. Look at the amount of like shit going on here. The fuck was all that? Oh. Secret discovered, what was that? Ah, nope. There we go. That was it. That was insane. That was a lot of shit going on. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm definitely gonna leave it there. Oh, that took a lot of concentration. I probably have a better chance of it as well. It's kind of weird. I'd have a better chance of beating the game if I went around the easier routes. But I want to explore the stuff. I want to explore the new areas, don't I? Oh, it's you. So what is this? Something fishy about this beast. That mirror just so I can see who killed me. Oh my god. Pick an aspect. Grabbing an aspect prevents you from unlocking new boss cells and flawless rewards during that run. I'm guessing the flawless rewards are just the achievements, basically. What the hell's a boss cell there? Oh, it's just that. Night outfit, sad outfit. Commando outfits, ironclad outfits. Okay, so some of them actually do have more going on than just the colour of the clothes. Just look at those all colour of the clothes stuff. Could you please not gyrate like that? Oh, we had the classic head. That is such a boring head. I don't like that. That Vortex is definitely better. Sweet Blob, Blowtorch. I can switch to that one, otherwise. No, it's kind of distracting. Let's just go with that. This to me just looks like a nice neutral head. Okay, yeah. It was fun, but holy shit, that was a lot to fucking rip my way through all in one go. Oh my god. I'm definitely planning. I'm not playing 100% in this game, definitely not. But I will definitely play, at least until I've gotten to every area and explored all the stuff. I'll probably be in the last boss and such. Okay, I'm zoning out now. That's how like mentally drained I am now. I'm just gonna end it there. Okay, so for now then, I do hope you've had a good one. And well, for now, I guess. Yeah, ciao for now.